Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me, they say he's a terrible product. It's Ben.
Yeah, there's been some issues quality assurance wise. Just a lot of slop slipping out of the factory. Not my fault, since I'm the product.
The people demand more content.
The people
Just not delivering enough content.
The people are overdosing on kung fu movies. We're talking fighting games. The
Fighting games.
The catalyst being like a week ago now, there was an article that someone put out about how fighting games are bad products and what can be done to
it'll
fix
be
that.
like 2 or 3 months from now by the time this comes out.
Yeah. I mean, like what? Mid February, late February.
Yeah.
And like, did they have this opinion? Maybe, but mostly they need to give all the content creators like a fresh, or not even a fresh, but just like doing a lot of work, keeping everybody's job.
Mm-hmm. It did the rounds.
It has indeed been making the rounds. And I read it. I read it a little late. I was several days late to that whole thing, but
Sure.
I don't know. I had thoughts enough, and it's fighting games. Me and Hank have played a couple of those before.
Just a few. Just a number. Just over 200.
I would say like it's like 250. When you count the ones that we played but didn't make the list.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be 300 once we get to all the other shit. I don't know. And the focus of the whole thing was also on like modern fighting games and kind of that like they need to change, and that the way they've been changing and how devs are focusing on them is just wrong. Was kind of the main very general angle.
Yeah. I have issues with the article.
I also have issues. I don't necessarily disagree, but like I feel like on a very general level I agree, and on like every specific point I'm like, why are you saying this?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, if our thing was just fighting games are kind of bad products sometimes, like, yeah. Sometimes they don't have enough stuff to do in them if you just want to play a video game and you don't want to grind online. Or sometimes the online's ass.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing?
Well, and the big thing was like he had the list of like normal complaints, right? Because like there's the little checklist of like shit that should just be default that is not necessarily like good practice, good training mode, rollback, or very good online, like good matchmaking, all that, like all the basic shit that like doesn't really need to be said because it's like
it's super obvious, and also I don't think that fucking matters except that it's what people want. But I don't think that's like has anything to do with a game selling well or not.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have nothing to do with it. But like you could do all those things and your game still wouldn't sell.
Oh, and people
those
do
things
them,
are
right?
not like the only thing.
But no, there's I feel like the FGC is a little. It's like when Reddit thinks that Reddit doing a boycott of Pokemon games is going to do more than put like a fucking 0.01% dent in the profits of a Pokemon game. Like they're a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the user base. Like it doesn't fucking matter. And like I understand that having good online is is important, but like the threshold for good is going to be wildly fucking different for like the vast majority of people who play the game. And I think if anything, maybe having a too high of a standard, it just lets it. I feel like there's a lot of people who either start as casuals or they're like me and they get interested in fighting games and they get interested in maybe learning to like actively pointedly improve at a fighting game, and they come into the community and then not even intentionally they receive like a nice little gift box of excuses that they can then roll out for things like, oh, this online, like I went in Strive, the online is just dog shit, the lobby system is bad, like there's so much for all this stuff where people are like, oh, it's not a team game, you can't blame your teammates. They give you a lot of other things to blame. Is the connection less than 5 bars wired with like sub 20 milliseconds? Congratulations, you have an excuse. Your moves weren't coming out, clearly.
Yeah.
There is a lot of negativity, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they should put out dog shit games, but like there is kind of a crazy high standard sometimes.
Sure. I don't know. I got really tilted by his examples of like successful games, because
What were his examples?
like chess.
Again? Oh, dude, the fucking chess comparison
Chess.com.
is fucking wild to me. The fact that he admits outright that there's a structural difference, I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like, you can play it anywhere, and it's fucking anybody. Literally anybody can play it. Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
In so many different mediums. Like it's easy to find and to play in 1,000 different ways.
Well, I mean, he's specifically talking about chess.com, which did kind of only blow up since the pandemic.
Sure.
But that's kind of the thing, is that it blew up because of the pandemic. Like, it was a situational thing. And then too many of his examples were Valve games. And it's like, yeah, Valve is fucking good at this shit. And they understand that making a game is, you're not serving a product of a video game. You're providing a service.
Yeah.
They're like one of the few companies that really sees video games as a service industry, because that's what Gabe got obsessed with. Is like because he was trying to make Steam compete with WoW. He wanted to make Steam better than WoW.
Hell yeah.
But it wasn't about individual games. It was about services.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. Got granola in the throat.
And like, you know, it is unquestionably Dota better product and service than Heroes of the Storm.
Just
like,
a little bit.
Replays way better. There's like stat tracking and all that shit. Like, that shit's all true.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like he's kind of ignoring the community element still a little bit. Like it is a bit of a cycle, right? Fighting game comes out, nobody wants to play it, therefore it doesn't get played because there's nobody playing it, so there's no population. And that it doesn't even have to be like a little indie obviously if a little indie fighter is coming out, that's kind of expected that you're going to have a very low population playing and much lower interest. But I don't know. I feel like people want stuff to be more popular, but then they don't actually. They just want, like, everybody's just fucking playing Street Fighter, man. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Street Fighter has hit. Street Fighter has like completely succeeded. He's just like salty that Street Fighter is the thing. Street Fighter 6 is the thing.
I mean, it was like salty about that, but then also he was saying like it should be 10 times bigger. Like they're leaving it wasn't. it was like the fact that they're leaving.
Yeah,
They could
which I
be
don't understand
attracting.
what that's based on.
Yeah,
Street Fighter is bigger than fucking Monster Hunter in Japan now. That's wild.
yeah. And I do,
Like, it is just Japan that it's super popular in, but
agree that he was
but
mentioning.
Tekken has been the fighting game that's more popular worldwide, and Tekken's been like a terrible product.
Oh, and Mortal Kombat.
Like the online in Tekken has been fucking garbage. Yeah, in Mortal Kombat, the online is terrible. But it succeeds because of having single player content that people who buy Mortal Kombat like to play,
Yeah.
like story modes and stuff.
And I think there's
That's how that's a much bigger audience. It turns out of people who want to play a single player story mode and don't actually care how the game plays.
Oh yeah, man. Well, they do care. I was gonna say they do care. There is a thing they care about, and that's the fucking violence. I think he's dead on like the fucking fatalities and Mortal Kombat. I think
care
that's
about violence. They care about characters. They care about amount of stuff.
yeah. And I think there's some game like there's no reason why like Soul Calibur 6 just got a little. I mean, there was like the pandemic. It got a little fucked by that and like DLC and stuff, but. I feel like there's a world in which Soul Calibur 6 was fucking huge because like I feel like they have a lot of that shit, and they did like Soul Calibur 3 single player content is just insane. It's so fucking good and fun, and they have look. People sometimes don't like to admit it, but dress up is fun for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and you get to customize, and you get to do create a character, and it's great. So like I feel like there's a world where Soul Calibur 6 could have really really soared, and it just didn't happen. And I don't think like just realistically I don't know that like one company is going to have fucking two fighting games that are fucking huge at the same time. Well, it's also that I mean honestly, if the story had like I forget what happened, but they I think they got shoehorned into like cutting some stuff from the story, and they wanted to do as much of the story as possible. So the thing they cut was like cutscenes. Like there's nothing. It's all static. Like it's text. There's voice acting, and it's quite good.
Yeah, that game did not have a huge budget.
Yeah,
and it shows, and people didn't like.
But even if it
resonate,
even if it did, you can still release a
and
game
like
and just
and
whiffs.
like it's the problem of sometimes the game you put out doesn't matter. Sometimes what matters is how people feel about the last game you made.
Oh, that too, yeah, for sure.
Especially for these ongoing series, like that's such a big driver of this stuff too. Like that part of the reason Street Fighter 6 succeeded is because 5 was such a fucking dogshit failure, but then they turned it around and made it into a game people like playing by the end.
Yeah.
That like people actually had good opinions of 5 despite somehow by the end of its run. And that set them up on the right foot for 6. And then even then, like 6 didn't hit initially. It like then took another years and a global event that was bizarre that like, led to more people trying it or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. It's like the video game industry is a fucking nightmare.
I thought
like
6
making
hit right
anything
away.
is like it didn't hit like it has now in Japan. Like it's gotten more and more popular
sure.
in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I agree a little bit that like simplifying stuff I don't think it's going to make or break too much in terms of getting new people onboarded, right? I don't think there's a shitload of people who are saying I'm coming in because it has modern controls. Maybe I'm sure there's some.
It's more about like fighting the stigmatisms people have. Like if everyone just thinks fighting games are too hard,
Oh yeah.
then they won't try it. So you introduce modern controls just to alleviate people talking about that stuff. I think that's
Sure.
the only extent to which it fucking matters.
Well, and this was a thing Max Dude had mentioned about like the idea of
Yeah.
the simple controls being like a little bit kneecapped. So then they're like the onboarding thing, right? You can get in, and if you like them, you can keep using them. But if you want to really optimize shit, you're probably going to move off of them at some point. Or you'll get comfortable enough with the other stuff that it would be like, I should try the, the classic
Yeah.
controls or whatever.
Sure, but if you're thinking about it at that point, you're like in the 1% of the people who are actually playing the game all the time compared to like to be a hit what it takes for like the amount of people playing or whatever.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
guess. There is I'll say there is a significant being in the one Discord, I'll say there is a significant amount of people who like they come in, they want to get better, they ask some questions, and you never fucking see them again. Like
Yeah.
I think there's a pretty significant amount of people, given the nature of the game, who want to get better, right? It's like looking up tips for anything online. If you're playing a thing online, you want to beat people. I think today, like that's like step 2 after just playing for a while is just go online and look and see what to do to get better.
Yeah.
But for sure, not everybody is staying. And for the people who get told that maybe classic controls is a move for you at some point, like maybe fuck that. If they don't want to do it, like whatever.
Yeah.
I do think I go into other like even Strive and Tekken 8. I think Street Fighter 6 is just unrivaled in how it onboards you. Like I think that game is so easy to, and part of it's like the training room and how all the like challenges and practice stuff and tutorials are set up. I think it's just from someone who that was like my intro to everything, and then going back to other games. I don't know how you people lived like this. You lived like this. This was the training mode in fucking Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's not.
I mean,
even
I just
fucking-
lived by literally never using a training mode in my life.
No, totally. But like for improving and for any of that stuff, because like I think that's a common thing to want it, even just a little bit, right? Like for me, I was in. I needed to be in there because I had to fucking catch up to you, Mister.
Yeah, well,
playing
that's
fighting
I
games
mean,
for
that's the bigger.
decades.
It's like Magic the Gathering. Like it's not about how simple or complicated it is. It's like, do you have a person? If you have a person to shepherd you in, it's like a million times stickier
Yeah,
than messing around with it on your own.
totally.
Like I do agree with I really agree with the point of like it's definitely not about how complicated it is, because it's about how much you can turn someone into caring about it, because once they care about it, that's where the difficulty is. Then they can overcome stuff.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't matter how simple like the initial thing is if they don't care. They have to have a reason to care, which whether it's characters or style or music, like whatever it is, there has to be the hook.
Oh, totally. No, I don't think the complexity. I honestly don't think the complexity matters at all statistically. And I especially agree with this point of like, look how fucking well Elden Ring did. That's not an easy game, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw some people who didn't like his. I'm not saying they're like perfect ideas, but some people really disliked his ideas for like the community elements that he suggested, where it's like, oh, you have your clan and you're in a dojo and you can see people. I don't disagree. I do wish there were, because like one of the big things for me is I mean, the fucking joke in the Discord is that, like, yeah, it's a fighting game thing. Like, who actually here plays fighting games? Like, nobody. But it would be cool to just kind of hang out in game and just like be able to easily chat or like do stuff or whatever instead of like having to navigate 14 obtuse menus to get the battle hub and then play like sit down on a cabinet and do all that, and then like you have a lobby, which lobbies are very fun. I've been in a few of them and you just hang out and like sometimes there's a ton of people, and then what often happens is like there's more people in the Discord call than there are slots in the lobby, and then you're just sitting, you're waiting, and like, or there you like fraction off, and now you have two lobbies, and it's weird. Like, I do think the community elements could be better. I don't know how you do that in a fighting game necessarily, because like I think of like World of Warcraft, right? Like, yeah, you can play the game, but also people just turn on the fucking game and like chat. Like that's their hangout thing, and then they do stuff. They fly in circles around the tower or whatever while they're doing nothing.
Yeah.
My personal idea is just put a fishing game, a web fishing clone for your lobby system. But that's me. Probably don't do that.
You just no. See the chat. You do the chatting through Steam, and then the game doesn't matter. This is the problem. It's actually at a whole different level. That if you're trying to compete at this level, like you're playing the wrong fucking game.
What do you mean? What do you mean compete at?
In making a video game, it's not about making a video game. It's about doing what Valve did. They won. They're winners. Or like Riot like made the League client fucking matter in a way or whatever, right?
I have no idea. I'll take your word for it though.
I just mean in that you have to use it to play League. And they've had like there are people who that's the way they engage with video games.
Sure.
They play League, they play Valorant, they play TFT.
Yeah. No, I think having more of a I mean like I don't necessarily want more launchers, but like there would be something to be said about having
want any of this. I mean, I don't want any of this. I'm fine with how fighting games are.
Yeah,
Come out with a game, then it dies, and you move on to the next one or whatever.
Yeah, but like there's people looking
because I'm not looking for a forever game unless it's like fucking good, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't even think people are necessarily looking for a forever game, right? They just want the game that's out currently to be good for its lifespan, and then they do want to go on to the next thing. I don't think anybody wants to play the same fighter forever. Generally speaking.
I don't know, when I listen to fighting game fans, like the actually competitive people, they're like, yeah, I don't want to know if this game's good for 300 hours. I want to know if this game's good for 1,000 hours. Like, that's what I mean.
Sure. But like the community stuff is like a separate issue. Because like you can still...
I just don't think any of it fucking matters. I don't know.
I mean, people want community from a fighting game. The same, like, how would you feel if Gladiator was just a fucking dispersed shit thing that you couldn't interact with people, and there was like...
It has nothing to do with the game. Like, like you have like the bare minimum tools in this.
Wouldn't it be better if it was part of the game, though? I guess it's a little weirder because like magic is a physical thing, but like
arguably it would be worse. Like, I mean, look at fucking World of Warcraft. The way they gave players more tools to streamline the way that they could find each other, and it like ruined it like wrecked the community. Like, sometimes providing more stuff in the client is actually worse. That the community builds its own tools and finds its own ways to interact with itself, and then like the game is like next to it. And like if you're just making a game, it's you're not like as connected to it. But I don't think you have to be.
You don't
Unless
have
what you're
to be,
doing
for
is
sure.
building a community. And that's a different thing than making a video game. You're making a again, you're getting into the service industry or whatever. But it's like a
Yeah.
whole separate thing. It's like a whole separate task on top of making a video game. And you're busy making a video game. I don't know.
I just think there could be more tools given. Like to point at something that I mean, that's not even really a community thing. I was going to give an example of more tools given, but it's not related to community. I was going to point at Guilty Gear Strive having like downloadable player combos instead of just the fucking challenge combos. That's not related to community. That is a tool though. That should be standard.
That shit's nice. I just don't think
Yeah.
it fucking matters. Like, if you like it, it's great. If it helps you, if it helps someone, that's fantastic.
Yeah, but from the perspective of like, I think the way me and you approach fighting games is also like hella minority too. Like,
Yeah.
we like bouncing around. Here's the thing: we like having fun. That's
Yeah.
it's rare, apparently.
But I mean, I understand the product thing because, like, before you got into fighting games, like, having a good story, like, having good content, like, incredibly matters. Like, why am I going to buy this game if all there is to do is grind online? I don't want to do that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like I've been playing a little bit of Soul Calibur. Do you think I'm even if it was populated? Do you think I'm going online? Fuck no. Playing Libra Soul and making gender bent characters in character creator. Like
And
doing
I'm
the
buying
important
these
shit.
games when they're, dead and cheap. I'm not like shelling out
No, that's
the newest thing, everything, unless it's, Street Fighter or Tekken.
Yeah.
And I'll buy the new game. And Street Fighter, I was fucking pissed with 5.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't think 6 was that bad.
No. When 5 came out, I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
When Ultimate Marvel, not even Ultimate, when regular baseline Marvel 3 came out, I was fucking pissed. Like, that game kind of sucked. And then 6 months later, they put out like a new boxed version. It was
Yeah, that's
infuriating.
it's just absolutely insane turnaround for asking that.
Like, they could like, I mean, what publishers want to do is mega fuck players. Like, it's not even about like making a good game. It's like, how can we put in the least amount of effort to like really fuck players? Because like, and that's like so much of classic Capcom Arcade is them repurposing shit over and over again to like squeeze as much blood from the stone until you get to Fighting Jam, and it's like all the juice is gone
Yeah.
for what the community wants. And then it has to go away, and then it comes back, and they put more effort into it, and like you get Street Fighter 4 or you get Street Fighter 6 or whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the other thing with them. It wasn't even really. Did the art? I don't even think the article touched on it a ton. But like, if you look at the prospects of like playing a fighting game, and the cost of it, it is kind of a dog shit product. Like, look at how much character you're buying a $60 game, and then you're buying the character passes. And they also have battle passes. For some reason, Capcom is fine just putting like fucking nothing in the battle pass, but apparently not. Apparently, that is like Avatar battles are just a thing. That's a world I don't engage with. Street Fighter 6 does have character creation and customization.
Yep.
not in a way that I give a shit about, which is, I think that's saying something because I'm someone who normally gets into that shit. Part of the reason I'm upset Tekken doesn't work very well for us is because like I want to get in and like give everybody fits. I like doing that shit in Soul Calibur. I am that audience, and the fact that I don't like it means you fucked up somehow. What the battle passes sell, I guess. Because they keep doing it. They just keep putting avatar items in there.
Yep.
But like that's like the thing, right? Like before it was like, oh, if the game is free to play, then you do like the battle pass and you have the like you buy whatever. But like they're also just doing the same shit everyone else is doing, where you're buying the game, the DLC, the battle pass, the extra cosmetics, the fucking I don't even know where the poses are relevant for the for this shit. There's like the avatar poses or whatever, like just everything.
I assume you just use them in Battle Hub.
I guess
Just
that's. I was trying to think if there was like a victory thing. Yeah, I think it's just emote.
Yeah,
I think it's
I've
emote.
never used Battle Hub, so I don't really know. That shit is not interesting enough to me when I can just use a menu
Yeah,
and play the video game
there's like.
when I want to play it.
I think the biggest reason to play it is just when they do like there's like the kudos bonuses or like the challenges that get you the little shit currencies where you can buy like game tracks and whatnot, or like the fighter intro screens.
Yeah,
But like
I
even
just
that's
can't
not well
imagine
done.
caring about it,
Dude.
so I don't know.
The fact that there are people who hang out in there and it's just like toxic as shit 24/7.
Yeah,
Not the vibe. Yeah, I mean I do think the single player stuff is what needs to be. What did you think about his point about like going about trying to like break new ground more or less? Like he mentioned a rhythm game sort of deal for like combos or like a dress up game type stuff. Not that those are like the only examples that could be had, but like he was shitting on the fact that like what was it? I think it was one of the Soul Calibers is just like shitty Fire Emblem, and Street Fighter 6 is just a shitty open world RPG, like just half baked other genre.
I mean that's not wrong. I do think Street Fighter 6 story mode fucking sucks.
It's really bad.
It's just boring.
There's nothing there. There's no sauce.
Like I agree that's bad. I mean, I think the way to do it is the way, as I've said before, the Naruto games do it, where they basically don't fucking change from game to game, but they just add characters and then they spend their budget on story mode and like spectacle nonsense stuff like QTE, just weird boss fight shit that's like has nothing to do with the core fighting of the game. It's just fucking cool.
Sure.
And like the Tekken 8 story mode is much closer to that, where it just has like shit that's just not in the the competitive one-on-one version of the game.
Yeah.
Which is like, to me, the thing. Like you can finally hone your competitive thing, but that shit is like the opposite of what's fun for like a single player video game. You want to do broken shit and be busted, and like you want it to be bigger. And if it's like just the competitive thing, like it's it's not as fun.
Yeah.
To just do arcade mode. Like I want arcade. I also would like arcade mode, but that's
Oh,
not
he's
enough.
the thing in that
Like games that don't have arcade modes are fucking criminal. But
the thing that he had about like I think he was like just saying story mode should have like like difficult bosses or whatever. Like no. That's arcade mode. Arcade mode should be fucked up sometimes. Like when I was
yeah,
doing the Grand Blue shit and I was on like I think I was just on hard difficulty and I was fucking steamrolling everything. But then like you do well and you get to the secret boss or whatever because you beat everything nicely and then it just fucks you up. Like the difficulty spike is fucking insane. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. This is what I'm here for in a sense. Like that's great. But story mode, it should be fucking cool. Like
yeah.
I wish Soul Calibur had cutscenes and more shit because I mean my imagination's doing a lot of lifting. I think the general stuff is like neat, and the battles are I think fights are integrated okay, but like there's so many swords and I don't actually see them doing anything really cool like 99% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like, if a game had fucking infinite budget to do all this shit, they would do all this shit, but they fucking don't. Like, I don't know. Like some of like there are practical reasons why these games do not have all the shit you would want them to have. Why they're not perfect. It's not
Yeah,
because they don't
I mean,
fucking want to.
there's some like I think in the case of Street Fighter 6 though, like that
There's some stuff where you're like they prioritize stuff wrong or whatever, but I don't know.
like for Street Fighter 6, that's not like they just whiff their story mode, right? Like it's there. I think their budget was fine or whatever. It's just not good. Which
Yeah, but
happens.
Street Fighter has never told a good story
Well, that too.
ever.
That too.
Like there was the anime movie is the peak of Street Fighter storytelling, but in the video games the story is never been good.
That's
Ever.
That's fucking because they can't just make like Elena the main character because she just wants to be everybody's friend and become friends through fighting. They'd have her like win people over and then keep on going and like do something like make it slice of life fighting story.
You need
like
to make the single player Azura's Wrath, and then the fighting game is next to it. That's what I think is cool. But like Azura's Wrath is not a video game that sold well either. So like fucking don't listen to me. But that's what I would want.
I actually the thing that I realized maybe I would be like my target thing for I mean I think in terms of Soul Calibur specifically, but that's just because it's the one that I play that has the customization options. I don't want the dress up thing, but like doing dress up stuff, but through the lens of like Pokemon Gen 3 contests. So like the different stuff you're wearing has like cool or cute or like spicy or whatever properties. And then based on that, then you do like exhibition fights or something to like impress a judge. That would fucking hit for me a little bit as a side thing. I love doing that in Gen 3. It can't be the main thing. It can't be the only thing, but like that's an example of a side thing that would just for me that would fucking hit. I think that'd be fun. It's a little diversion.
Sure.
Or the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That's a big one.
Oh no. Garbage.
No, hit me with it. Give me that shit. That's the only reason I played that game after a while. I mean, that's also not what got me into it.
Because you were a child and you had that game.
I mean, yeah, like I played it because I liked the other stuff, and then I kind of discovered that, and I was like, oh, I like this, and then I grinded the shit out of it.
I don't know.
Thinking I just played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle because it's the game I had. Please. That's why I played Tube Sliders. That game is dog shit. I played it. Played a lot of it. Made me dizzy, but I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the single player content is such a huge portion. And that's the other thing that like I think a lot of people who are just knee deep in the competitive and improvement aspect of things have trouble seeing sometimes, is that like there is an insane amount of the population that just wants to like chill. Like we're literally not trying to get sweaty, just want to hang out and like mash buttons and like do a super or whatever.
I think they also like don't understand why, other genres are popular. You like look at other competitive things and say, "Well, we should be that big." I'm like,
well, no, they all know exactly why. It's because they're all team-based games, so you can blame your teammates, and that's why people like them.
no, it's because you fucking. Well, it depends on what you're talking about, because there are differences.
Oh yeah,
Like why people like MOBAs is different from why people like fucking Counter-Strike.
no, same thing. How are they different? Competitive game where you get kills and you're on a team?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like completely different things. And I think, I don't know, man. As someone who liked shooters a lot, I actually kind of like them less, and that's like a direct correlation to just like being with like my friend group just shifting to like people who aren't super in on them all the time, and then just like me getting a little worse and like and I just had my fill or whatever. And I've been into MOBAs, not to the extent that like you were even, but I like them. I understand the appreciation and what's cool about them, generally speaking. They're just they're wildly different from fighting games, and I just feel like they're more, I don't even know the fucking word I'm looking for. The things that make them enjoyable are just, I think, are more broadly appealing than the things that will make trying to get competitive about a fighting game. I think that's just less appealing.
Yeah, I think
people.
just the ramp up of learning, there's just so much more variety and stuff to learn. Like it's wild. Like a fight, the thing with fighting games is like it's hard to know the thing that's going to make you better, and like a lot of times it's like a small like nailing timings or memorizing combos. It's not like as simple as like the simple thing like get this item, it's fucking good. Like get this talent or whatever, right? Like
even
the simple thing rather than like the optimization aspects of it or whatever.
even that, but I think it's I don't even think that those are like getting the combos and stuff is like, I think that's the part that people actually do really like. They like learning their combos and stuff, because that's like an attainable thing, right? It's like improving your aim or improving your skill shots in a MOBA or something. Like you can grind that out and practice and just get better. And that's a tangible thing that you just spend a bit of time on and it'll happen. But when people come in,
Not for me. No, I never get
no,
better
not
that
for,
way.
no. I also like, I mean, I learned my shit because I had to like fucking step to you.
Yeah.
But but like I also just ranked quite a bit. But technically speaking, like when other people come in and they're asking questions on how to improve and everything else or what they need to do, it always annoys me because like 20 people respond, they all respond with a different thing, and then they continue elaborating on those things as this person is just like nodding along or whatever to all of them. And it's overwhelming, and also half of the advice is like the minutia. It's like, oh, go look at your replays and like see why you got hit, and then like practice that thing. Or like the idea that you need to know frame data. Technically, yes, you should know frame data if you want to be really fucking good at the game. If you just picked up the game and you got 4 hours in it, learning numbers isn't the vibe. Like, that's just fucking boring for like 99% of the people who are into the game, probably. But they do it because they want to be good. Or learning specific matchups, right? Not only do you have to learn your character, you have to learn every fucking other character and what they can do and all that shit. Like, on top of practicing your combos, practicing your anti-airs, practicing your wake-up timing, like, there's so much fucking shit, man. And all of that you have to, like, not all of it, most of it you're doing alone. Sure, you can come in and like people will help you go through replays and learn stuff and like help you practice. Honestly, practicing one-on-one with people I like doing that, right? But it is also kind of boring for the other person if they're also looking to just play the game, because now they're just sitting here being like the trainer with the fucking punch mitts or the whatever, you know?
Yeah, there's like there are different ways of engaging with someone if you're training.
Yeah. But if I'm playing a MOBA, if me and you are playing a MOBA and I'm trying to like learn the ropes, you can walk me through stuff a little bit. I think the results in just like playing, I think, are just better in a MOBA. From like the skill that you acquire from just playing the game, I think you're going to improve on average faster at a MOBA, especially if you're like using voice chat at the very least, or playing with friend or friends plural. That's like gonna skyrocket you versus playing a fighting game and just trying to bash your head against ranked.
Yeah.
Like, and that's me, because that's what I did. I mean, I learned Heroes of the Storm by playing with you and K-Ed and everybody else that we played with. And I learned Street Fighter 6 through practice and stuff, but I have 5 times more ranked games than some people who are far higher ranked than me. Like, I think I learned Heroes of the Storm far quicker than I learned Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. Well, there's also a thing with competitive games where, like, the amount of people who play it determines how fun it is for a new player.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just need such a large number of people to be able to consistently find games at your skill level, whatever it might be. And fighting games just so often do not clear that.
Yeah.
Particularly if they're not Street Fighter. Like, it's a historic known problem, and it's always been exacerbated by platform not having crossplay or whatever. Like, that shit always made it worse. Also.
Oh, I experienced that at the level I'm at, technically. Because I think, like, by the time you get to Master in Street Fighter 6, I think there are largely, not exclusively, but generally, there are 2 big groups of people. The people who hit Master and they're fucking done. That was the goal. I'm out. I got the Master. And then there's the people who want to keep going and they've finished the tutorial and now we get to play the fucking game, and we're gonna really push it. I just kind of still, I don't really fall into either of those camps. I still do try playing. The amount of people at low Master ranks, insanely fucking low. It's the same problem as like coming in however many years after the fact and trying to be like a rookie. Like bottom rank or whatever. Like, it's just not populated. So when I find people, I get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
And I do think, like, yeah, Street Fighter 6 is the only one that even has that at all. Like, I think people have said, my understanding, what I've heard is that when it goes on sale or whatever, like, there is still enough people that you can have an okay time, at least if you're in America. Here the population is pretty dead, but it's also Mortal Kombat country, so But anything like Tekken 8, that game took me fucking forever. That wasn't even long after release. It was taking me forever to find matches. Or like Guilty Gear Strive and stuff. Like, yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
And
like I like the genre, but like if what I I know this and I'm like I don't want to buy it on this game if except that unless you have a person you can play with, like it's like a transformative thing.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's like the fucking good part, right?
Yeah.
For our situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, this is again maybe a me specific thing. Something that is not even part of the game, but maybe would impact how you approach your game a little bit if you had it if developers and companies had it in mind before and during the making of the game, is the esports cadence. Because that was still a huge thing for me, was the cadence of Heroes of the Storm esports was fucking great. I loved watching that shit every Sunday. That was my football game, man. It was great. I loved sitting down and being able to watch that. And they had a nice like wide season or whatever. And even in the off season, there was like kind of stuff going on. I do like a big giant tournament in the form of Evo, but I wish there was like a more regular. I wish there was more stuff going on outside of that, or if it had like sumo structure would be nice. Like a little tournament every other month, something. I don't know how, like probably not great to facilitate, but like it'd be cool.
It's like impossible.
Yeah. And I know there's always little stuff going on, but like it's not the same, you know?
Yeah. It's just a different thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because like, and fighting games are like one of the few esports where it's just really people doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
With a lot of that stuff.
Oh yeah, man.
Although Evo is like kind of changing. But like traditionally it's been that, and that's so it like has a whole different feel than like something like Hots League, because
Totally.
standard video game esports are always just like a marketing push, and they're like they're just a loss leader. Like they're like spending way more money on it than they're not making money.
And if you're Blizzard,
like
you're spending insane amounts of money more than you should be. On HOTS anyway.
Yeah. It's just like not commensurate with the amount of people watching.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Whereas at least Evo is like a big event that people do watch and care about.
Yeah. No, I don't dislike that, but like for me, just like a regular thing would be cool. But I get why it's not like super feasible.
Yeah.
It would have to be a community. Like, yeah, it would have to be a community thing.
Yeah.
And there are
Korean StarCraft.
There are. This
is my esport.
There's also like a bit of a, like my exact situation is kind of keeping me from participating in stuff the way I'd like, just from being so far away from shit. Like there are I mean, I'm not going to locals right now because baby, I guess I could go like next month. But those happen like once a month, which is like a little too infrequent for what I would want from that sort of thing. But like in the server, there's like I think the server one, like the specific server one, is scrapping Saturdays. And like, you know, it's a little weekly thing on Saturdays. Yeah, I'm not around for those, and nobody would want to play me, and I would like ruin the integrity of that fucking tournament with my dog shit connection. So like I can't in good conscience like participate in that, which is hella unfortunate. But like that would be more of a, you know, that would be filling that need if I were in a different spot.
Sure.
But again, yeah, it's a community thing. And it's not a thing that, like, I, honest to God, gun to my head, could not tell you if there was even a way to easily facilitate that sort of stuff in game. To just, like, set up a tournament structure. I don't think there is. Or if there is, it must be bad because nobody uses it. It's all external sites and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is not uncommon, but, like, it would be kind of nice.
It just sounds like a lot of work that would not be worth it because the external tools are just fucking better. It's like
Yeah.
in-game voice chat. Like, yeah, it would there's like you think
No,
it
in-game
would be
voice.
good
No,
until it's
nobody thinks that would
until
be good.
people do. You're
People think it would be good. Those are the overlap of people who think it would be good, and the people who want to yell slurs are as a circle. That's it's, I mean, I think it'd be funny for like 3 minutes.
because like WoW originally did not have in-game voice chat, and eventually it did get it.
That
But
sounds
even
awful.
that nobody fucking
I don't even think I knew that there was in-game voice chat.
yeah nobody
I
uses
don't think
it.
I knew that at all.
Everyone used fucking TeamSpeak or whatever
Hell yeah.
and Trello. Like you have your thing. And that's like not a flaw would be my thing. It's like it's fine
Yeah. There is
that the community has like solved this. I don't know.
some of that, yeah. I think like the thing doing like a tournament thing at like a small, I don't know, like, yeah, what's the effort reward of implementing this? But like the ability to like do a tournament and then just it automatic, like everybody's in the lobby and you're just automatically paired up and you don't have to like find the person's username, add them, get into the lobby, ready up. Oh fuck, I was on the wrong character because I was in training mode earlier or whatever. Like doing that sort of thing, like having a thing where it just auto matches, like that could be nice. Or
Yeah. It is nice. It's a whole different experience that kind of destroys the feeling of community. My like big example comparison thing is Magic the Gathering, because like Arena will do in-game tournaments where it's live for like a particular amount of time and you have the freedom to like queue within that window and it will pair you with people who are like on the queue, whether as opposed to like if you go to any other kind of other tournament, external tournament, where you have to be paired, you play your round, then you have to wait for all the other rounds to play, then you play your next round. Like this is much more like a league, and it's much more free form. It's much more convenient. You like can get in and out. It's like much nicer, but there's like all the feeling of being connected to people is fucking gone. It's just like all the edges are sanded off, and it's a completely different experience.
no, I'm thinking about like a lobby thing, because like the lobbies do feel good, right? Like when you're in there with a bunch of people and I mean, here's the thing: the lobby system for like getting able, like fighting each other, or whatever, is fine. Everybody's on Discord in the fucking call, and like I don't need the games to have voice chat because they never do it well. That part I'm fine leaving out. But like if you had 16 people and you had a lobby that could support that, it'd be cool to like flip on tournament mode and just auto like pair people because everybody's in that call and like ready to do the thing or whatever. Something like that. Or like another, this isn't a community thing, but I was going to say before, the ability to directly upload a replay somewhere would be just fucking incredible. Because right now, if you
replay support is like
it's dog shit, man. Either record it yourself or you have to give people a fucking code that they need to type in game to watch. Like, I would love to help people do replay review. I think, like, especially if they're new, I know enough to like help people. And even like people who are maybe better than me, I can still look at it and say what they're doing wrong, right? If I see something. But like, I'm not starting up the fucking game on my Steam Deck and trying to put in a fucking code on the Steam Deck. It's not happening. So I don't do it. But if they could upload it right from the game to YouTube, now we're talking.
There was Street Fighter Third Strike Online Edition did have a thing where your replays, there was like a YouTube export thing. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but it did exist.
Hell yeah. See, that's good shit. But like, I mean, Steam is kind of solving it. Steam has their own replay shit. Even on deck now, like that's, if I wanted to do, that's probably the easiest way is I can do that and like you can export.
Yeah.
But it's just annoying that shit's not built in. Maybe in another 20 years. Street Fighter 20 years? Street Fighter 10. Maybe they'll call it Street Fighter X. I bet they call it Street Fighter X.
Street X Fighter.
Street X Fighter. Ugh. If they just do 10, that I actually kind of think 10 is lamer. I think X is probably, I think that's the play, honestly.
I think the play is you do 10 and you do X.
Street Fighter 10X. I mean, it sounds cool.
There's a Street Fighter 10 and there's a separate game that's Street Fighter X.
Oh,
they just go in different directions.
Yo, Street Fighter X can be their
the Mega Man way.
No, Street Fighter X can be their return to like delightful 2D graphics, like pixel art.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'd be great.
I would love it.
I mean, yeah, it would be fantastic, but good luck.
There's a lot of things I would love that are not happening in the world.
Yeah, you think? Where's the rollback enabled, packaged, fully operational, quality of life enriched collection of Kamen Rider fighting games? Many people are asking this. All of them are right here in the call. Yeah. I actually don't have that much more to say, I think. Honestly. It could go in a few more circles or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just
my other just thing is just like, fighting games are not. I do think fighting games are not competing with fighting games. They're competing with all the other things you could be doing in life.
Yeah, no, I think the idea that there should be 10 times more people playing like Street Fighter 6. I think that's just wrong. I think the people who enjoy it are here for the most part. Obviously there's if you got all 8 billion people to sit down and play the game for a minimum of like an hour and a half, you would increase the pool of people playing it long term. But I don't think it's 10 times. Maybe natural without doing that. I don't think it's naturally 10 times higher. Like if you did stuff to onboard people, not onboard, but like entice people, yeah, you get more, but you're not gonna fucking. I don't think you're gonna see a giant percentage of those people even in the FGC. They're gonna come in, they're gonna be like, wow, this is really fun, and they're never gonna fucking interact in a competitive manner ever. They're just gonna punching people, which is fine.
Well, another thing I think about is the fact that Street Fighter 6 is kind of dog shit as a game. Is that important to the level of success it's had? that they haven't changed it. Does the lack of patching, has that been helpful for it? Even though it sucks as a at a high level for a high level player or for watching it.
Yeah. I mean,
But is that like, a big positive at low and
there's
medium level of like just the game is
there's
stable, like the game, people know what the game is.
there's so many people who don't play they don't play it, but they also don't want to like fully shit talk it, but it's like, yeah, I'm not playing it. Like, I'm not going to call it dog shit because I don't want to discourage anyone, especially if it's like newer people, right? But like, there's a reason why people come in and like half the people yap and don't really play the game anymore. They talk about the game.
Yeah.
Or it's like for me, like I think Street Fighter.
But it's like it's so popular. I think that's like part of why it has to be part of why it hasn't changed.
Yeah,
like Street Fighter 5 was fucking, it was like tanking. That's why they like churned out all those costumes. They're like, we just need the people who buy costumes to just like funded that game for years.
Yeah,
but now they're like, we're just gonna put all the effort into making fancier costumes that we then charge $1 million for, but we only make like 6 of them a year.
No, the costume, the drip feed is insane. Also, the rate that characters come out is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like any of that stuff. But is that part of why it's popular? It's successful in Japan. Like, is that all key? I don't know.
I mean, for me, I just don't.
Because
I really don't like the drive system. But like outside of that, I mean, even with that, like the game does feel really good. I think the game feel is great. But like, I just don't like the reason I've been more enticed to play like Street Fighter 5 because like to me I'm never going to be at a high enough level to get annoyed with those systems, right?
Yeah, I also think about it in terms of like what's fun to watch versus what's fun to play.
Well, yeah, it's Street Fighter Third Strike, and then everything else in the other category.
Yeah, but I mean Third Strike is also fun to play.
Yeah.
But like what makes a game cool to watch can be very different than what makes it fun to play. Like Third Strike's a hard example for me because I love playing it so much. Like my go-to is always StarCraft 1 versus StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 is like a much more fun to play game realistically. But StarCraft 1 I just think is like way more interesting as a thing to watch high level play.
Yeah. Well, and
because it's so hard. Because even at the highest level, like it's not about like person doing the thing correctly. It's like they can't fucking do everything. Like they're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Like it's so demanding.
Well, and for Third Strike, you've talked before about like the idea of like a built-in boss battle at like Evo when you're watching a fucking Chun-Li versus, I don't know, like Urian or something, or Hugo, anybody not in the top like 4, like you automatically have a little narrative that in your like in 99.9% of people's heads they're like, I kind of want to see the Chunner go down. I want this. And if it happens, and if there is someone who's like deep into like the top whatever, they're fucking cracked because they're like, that's insane in that game.
Yeah. Like people are always like complaining about character balance and they want all their characters to be, viable or whatever. And like sometimes it's just like
true, but also
sometimes it's just like some shit should be broken. Oh, I don't know.
There was
fun.
There was
it's more hype.
There was a fucking incredible tier list I saw a while back, and it wasn't putting characters it was in tiers, it was putting tiers of characters in tiers. And it was like C tier is A tier. And A tier is S tier, but S tier is D tier, and D tier is C. Like, I'm like, they're kind of cooking though. Like, they're not wrong.
Yeah. But that's also like, what I want out of esports is not to think about it, to like find ways to push it towards more fun things rather than just the bare what the pros want of like the low variance, better player will always win kind of thing.
You mean you occasionally want the melee players to get a bomb?
Yep.
Yeah. People act like I'm fucking insane every time I bring that up. And I'm like, I just want some tournaments with all items on and random stages.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
I think it's more interesting to watch.
It would be miserable. But... And I'm like, no, for who though? Like, it's fun. You don't have to fucking play it. Nobody's asking you to play it.
Yeah.
People who hate fun have been feasting in Melee for years now. It's our turn. Give me the beam sword.
Yeah.
Not that I necessarily want that for like Street Fighter or something, right? It doesn't need to be that, but like, what if your fighting game had a banana peel in it?
Tripping. It's the best mechanic.
It's a timeless classic.
It's inherently good.
But there are limits. Like, I don't think Shaman King makes for a good esports game.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's just fucked up enough that it breaks through that and it's just fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I legitimately have no idea.
Or like, I think
it's so broken on the surface. I can't imagine it would be good. But,
or like, I think a good example of like shit that's on one hand kind of fucked up is Gundam Wing Endless Duel. That game has like some fucked up infinites, but they're not like a guarantee. They're like, some of them do involve like timing and you can't fuck it up, and others are just like, if you don't do certain things, you are much less likely to get in them. So playing against people who I know can pull that shit off, for me, I find it very fun playing against it. Because I know that I have to be fucking careful, and that adds a little sauce to it. And obviously, at a very high level, people know that shit as well. And for me, it's fun watching, because like, we all fucking know that you got a loaded gun. Like, is that competitive? Is that what people want competitively? Absolutely fucking not. But I don't know, man. A little of that stuff is nice.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the character I like in that game has one of the infinites that involves like a little bit of skill. So that's really unfortunate for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just think like, I think that's what's good about a game from a viewer perspective, and I think it's hard for fighting games to have that stuff.
Yeah,
compared to some other genres.
Yeah.
Like StarCraft, where you can just introduce a dog shit map that's hilarious. And then the pros have to fucking deal with this.
No, that's fucking great, dude.
Yeah. It's like one of my... Because it's the thing that the tournament organizers for StarCraft would do that the tournament organizers for StarCraft 2 fucking never did. Like, only recently have StarCraft 2 maps been getting interesting, and it's now that game's like dead.
Sure.
Like when it was supported by Blizzard, they just had the most boring maps, the most samey maps, because it's what the pros wanted every fucking time.
Yeah. No, that's
Whereas the StarCraft shit that was like motivated by being a product for people to watch was like, what if you played on this dog shit this time? Like, it was still, every map they had was still fucking better than the default maps in that game, which were fucking nonsense.
sure. Yeah.
Like, the maps Blizzard made for StarCraft 1 are fucking nightmares. Which is very funny.
No, that Smash is
Like,
like the example of that shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It has to be Final Destination and Battlefield and like minor variants outside of those, and anything else is dog shit, unplayable.
Yeah.
Like, oh man,
That's what you get for listening to the players. Don't listen to the players. They're fucking wrong.
I don't mind like the option to turn every map into a Final Destination or whatever. Like, I think the stuff they added was fine. They still had interesting stages.
I think it's even fine if you want to say at your competitive level that mostly you're playing games like that. I just think sometimes you should, explore the space.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the minority, I guess. For those games anyway. Yeah. But, it's our show.
We have the microphones.
We have the microphones. Get fucked. Man, we need to do more Salt the Wound, dude. I want to play shit. I just hope the connection is good.
Fighting games.
Oh, that's right. You don't have Fightcade set up or anything else.
I have nothing.
That's fine. I'll play Third Strike without you. Maybe I'll stream myself playing Third Strike. Just really rub salt in the wound.
Hell yeah.
It'd be a very boring stream.
The fighting game I've played was the Tokon betas.
Hell yeah.
PlayStation 5.
Me doing a Third Strike stream would be just like an hour and a half of me declining matches from every Turkish person in the lobby. Because they all just challenge me because of the Armenian flag. And then like there would be one person who I get my ass kicked in 10 seconds, and then we go back to waiting. Those people are never nice, man. I had to stop. That's all just racism.
Great.
It happens. You just filter those people. Little edgelords. Anyway,
that's a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Anchor.fm/saltcircle, youtube.com/@saltcircle, saltcirclepodcast@gmail.com, saltcirclepod.bsky.social. Links in the description. I'm on Bluesky. I'm 3D Homer. No, I'm on Bluesky at comicpanels.bluesky.social, and I'm on YouTube at I am 3D Homer.
You should just get the I am 3D Homer Bluesky and then just like post everything.
I think I do have it.
Hell yeah.
I have like one post pointing to my actual thing.
Sure. Nice.
I did. I think I did. That's what I usually do. Right? I know smart. I have it on Twitter too.
I'm on YouTube at Drathius. Yeah.
Peace.